such as tree planting and water catchment conservation in our development agenda. My administration has utilized our technical vocational training centers to support the production and distribution of 1 million tree seedlings. Over the last 4 years, we have planted 500,000 trees across the county under the agroforestry program. Mr. Speaker, we have also established the County Implementation Committee to oversee, in collaboration with the national government and the Office of the County Commissioner, to oversee the presidential directive on the accelerated achievement of over 10% tree cover and the 2 billion tree growing campaign. This will involve investment in massive seedling production, rehabilitation of degraded public and community forest, agroforestry, commercial forestry, and many other environmental interventions. In the first phase, we have identified priority schools to support the production of 3 million tree seedlings. Mr. Speaker, our urban department. As our urban population grows, the pressure on urban places and amenities equally increase. The production and consumption patterns in towns leads to creation of huge amounts of waste and requires clear strategies for the handling. Therefore, over the last 4 years, we have deployed resources to enhance waste collection, transportation, and disposal. We have installed waste holding skips and bins in various towns, making it easy for households to aggregate the waste for collection by county truck. This has increased our capacity to collect and safely dispose over 200 metric tons of waste every day. My administration has embraced modern waste management mechanisms, such as incineration, which has helped to burn tons of garbage every day. It's as a result of this, Mr. Speaker, that garbage sites, called popularly known as dump sites, that used to be found in towns like Chogoria, some areas in Marimanti, Kadwana, and Chuka, are no longer a sore eyesight for our people. As a result of this consistent management processes, our towns have been rated the cleanest in the region. Mr. Speaker, allow me now to speak about the roads and infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, increasing productivity requires good rural infrastructure, well-functioning domestic markets, proper institutions, and access to technology. Mr. Speaker, road infrastructure is an important enabler of economic and social development in our county, since it helps to facilitate movement of people and goods. Over the last 4 years, my administration has done a massive investment in construction of roads, bridges, and the improvement of drainage. We have identified key county track roads which have been upgraded or being upgraded to bitumen standards, and this process is ongoing. Some of these roads include Tunyai-Ndara, that will connect Tunyai to Marimanti in an alternative route to Shakariga-Marimanti. Kambandi-Shera-Rugute Road, Midheru-Kanua Road. We have also invested in tarmacking and installation of cabros and construction of drainage of urban roads, which include Chogoria, Kebugwa, and Kadona towns, respectively, in the urban centers. Mr. Speaker, our plan is in the future be able to also pave and market the towns of Marimanti, the town of Mukodima, and the rural town that is based in Ganga by doing Tharaka Kirumi Road. Mr. Speaker, our county is a geographical marvel made up of rivers, ridges, and hills that create a beautiful landscape worthy of admiration by any tourist who visits our county. The downside of this, Mr. Speaker, is that developing our transport and communication in this terrain and network poses a very unique challenge. The different geographical landmarks require different sets of road infrastructure to be able to facilitate accessibility of the different regions. We have constructed, to be able to make it this challenge, over 40 bridges in the last 4 years, with some of them being very impactful in the region. To name a few, Kabuabua Bridge that connects Mukodhima people to Gatidhini, where initially people would travel through Gashiongo or Kirundi, and the residents who traded by the bank of River Thite and lived across the river would have to cover several kilometers when the river was full. Kabuabua Bridge has shortened a distance of our citizens' travel by 15 kilometers and opened up very many trading centers in the activities of the region. Mr. Speaker, in Mara constituency, a bridge between Ganga and Chogoria wards, Koligogwa, in an area that connects the towns of Monga, Kiriani, Mwema, to Kiamaogo and Chakanyinga, also known as Nyinga, and Tomo areas of Ganga, which has reduced the travel distance to close to 10 kilometers. Idhiro Bridge connecting Mutembei and Midheru, which offers an alternative route away from the infamous Nithi Bridge for residents of Mumboni in Mutembei ward traveling to Ndumbeni and other parts of Midheru ward. These have saved the residents about 18 kilometers of travel if they have to access the Nithi Bridge from Mumboni or Ndumbeni and vice versa. The Ikumbo Bridge that connects Magutuni to Ganga will reduce the distance traveled by 10 kilometers. Kakuru Bridge across Tingido River connecting Karocho and Tunyai has reduced the distance for people traveling from Kibunga and Rongo who would otherwise travel through Marimanti, thus saving them a cool 20 kilometers of travel. Mr. Speaker, a bridge called Kamu that connects Magenka and Itugururu markets. Initially, citizens had to go through Magenka, Kibugwa, and down to Itugururu, and the bridge now connects directly to Itugururu and saves the citizens a 15 kilometers journey. A bridge in Chogoria ward called Chief Mbogori Bridge across Mara River, which connects Chief Mbogori and Mpuri area of Gitombani and Gitare areas in Chogoria ward. This one is one of the most populated areas in Chogoria ward, and there has never been a bridge connecting the two regions since time of creation. Now, the bridge has shortened the distance initially covered by about 6 kilometers. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, just to mention a few, Dharia Bridge that connects Kiarida and Baria, after subsequent opening of the road by the administration and construction of the bridge across River Tharia, citizens of that region who initially had to go through Embu County are now saved 20 kilometers to connect the market. These bridges have not only been able to impact on trade, but also reduce time and cost of travel and shortening the distances between communities, and also play a key role in saving lives. Mr. Speaker, my administration has maintained over 7,000 kilometers of roads, and in the last 4 years, which is a remarkable program, towards achieving the goal of network county. In particular, Mr. Speaker, the opening of the 20-kilometer Muramba wa Mbu, Gitogo, Keraka to Marimanti Road, connecting the lower parts of Gatunga and Marimanti, has been very impactful towards opening up of these two towns for increased investment. I commend members of the County Assembly for actively participating in identifying roads that require improvement and working closely with my officers to make sure that this is successfully done. I am aware, Mr. Speaker, the said road lacks a bridge to connect the two, and in the collaboration with the members of the County Assembly, those two regions, and my people, we are working very closely to enable us to be able to have a bridge in the near future. Mr. Speaker, education. The county government is mandated by the Constitution to provide pre-primary education and vocational training. Obtaining quality formative education is the foundation of improving people's lives and major building blocks in sustainable development. In order to ensure accessible, quality, and affordable early childhood development education and vocational training, my government has made solid interventions over the last 4 years. Honorable Speaker, my government has progressively constructed and equipped early childhood development education classes to provide education, learning environment for our learners. So far, we have constructed 135 classes to ensure standards teacher to pupil ratio. Currently, that stands at 1 teacher to 37 pupils. We recruited 453 caregivers or nursery school teachers across all the 434 public ECD centers. Our caregivers have been trained to embrace the new national competence-based curriculum, popularly known as CBC. Under my stewardship, we also provided teaching and learning materials distributed across the 15 wards. These interventions on early childhood education have resulted to a translation rate or transition rate of almost 100% from ECD to primary schools. Honorable members and Mr. Speaker, my government is committed to promoting affordable and accessible education for our people. Between 2018 and 2021, we distributed bursaries amounting to Kenya shillings 168 million to over 15,000 needy students in our secondary schools and tertiary institutions. I applaud the Honorable House for passing the Bursary Fund Act to ensure a smooth bursary allocation process. Mr. Speaker, my government has invested in our youth skills development. To this end, we have refurbished all the 21 vocational training facilities, popularly known as polytechnics, by renovating the amenities such as kitchens, washrooms, landscaping, and electrifying or installation of electricity in these institutions. We have also constructed 9 new workshops in Mungoni, Shamakie, Udaeni, Murugi, Kigwambura, just to name a few. Between 2018 and 2021, new dormitories were also constructed in 9 facilities, among them Kagongowasheke, Nguruki, Udaini, Shamakie, among others. Honorable Speaker, we have witnessed an increased enrollment in our vocational training centers or polytechnics from 2,000 students in 2017 to 3,000 students in 2021. 3 new youth polytechnics or VCT or vocational training centers constructed by administration are ready for students' admission. These are Makutano Polytechnic in Podima Ward, Kiboka Polytechnic in Chakariga Ward, and Karugwaro Polytechnic in Gatonga Ward. Honorable members, Tharaka Nithi now develops talents and boosts sporting activities in the county and harness and tap talent, creating a cohesive society and ultimately promoting national unity. The 3 stadia that were earlier mentioned by our chief guest, that is Nyangumi, Kaironi, and Kadwana, are expected to support sporting and other activities in the county, making this department vibrant. The government is mindful of the welfare of our brothers and sisters who are differently abled. We supported people able differently with assorted devices, which are assisted devices, to improve their quality of life. A total of 294 wheelchairs, 164 crutches, 116 pieces of planes and mobility cars and other assorted assistive devices were issued to various deserving beneficiaries across the county. We also religiously observed the World Disability Day with our people, celebrated with them, and held talks and trainings during those days to encourage our different enabled brothers and sisters. Mr. Speaker, as the world embraces an inclusive growth agenda, where everyone's contribution to economic growth and development is emphasized, the contribution of the youth cannot be ignored. This necessitated my government to design programs that support youth empowerment by enhancing entrepreneurship, improving employability, and molding life skills. This year, we launched our County Youth Empowerment Program, which supported 151 groups with 878 direct beneficiaries and over 25,000 indirect beneficiaries. Some of these equipments issued included brick-making machines, motorbikes, posho mills, catering equipments, incubators, fuel pumps, concrete mixers, saloon equipments, tuk-tuks, which is a three-wheeler mobility, plowing machines, among others. I specifically single out Shauri Boda Boda Group from Mukodhima Ward in Tharaka constituency, which are beneficiaries of a fueling station. This group was keen to identify a market gap in their locality and also investment that would diversify their income rather than only rely on a single stream of income from their Boda Boda operations. We sincerely, as a county, thank them for opening that gap, even for the other Boda Boda sector to be able to see that there are gaps in the community they can be able to explore to do more business. I take this opportunity to thank the honorable members in this house for legislating the Tharaka Nithi Youth Empowerment Act 2020 that facilitated the establishment of a youth fund, disability mainstreaming, and empowerment. Public participation and governance. Mr. Speaker and honorable members, public participation is a key promise enriched in the Constitution of Kenya, enshrined in the Constitution of Kenya in Article 118 and imbued in the national values and principles of governance provided in Article 10. Our engagement with the public is guided by the public participation and civic policy. My administration remains committed to strengthening participation of the people in governance and development. I am deeply impressed by the ability of our communities to make their voice heard. Through this, Mr. Speaker, their development needs have been addressed through our different interventions. Revenue. Mr. Speaker, when I assumed office in August 2017, the county owned resource revenue, popularly known as the local cess, was Kenya shillings 79 million for the financial year 2016-2017. These collections have steadily rose from 79 million to 143 million in the year 2017-2018, 242.9 million in the financial year 2018-2019, Kenya shillings 271.6 million in 2019-2020. And in the financial year 2020-2021, the county realized own source revenue of 252 million. This marginal drop was attributed to the adverse effect of COVID-19, the economic drivers, not only in Tharaka Nithi County, but in the whole of Kenya. Mr. Speaker, fire, rescue, and emergency services in Tharaka Nithi is a department that I would not complete my speech today without talking about. Mr. Speaker, fire and road accidents are common occurrences in the county and the county at large. And it's very evident even right now when many schools are being burnt by our our children due to various reasons that may not be related directly to what the parents or teachers are not doing. My administration has been keen on improving the fire and rescue equipment and adequately training our staff in the department to equip them with the necessary skills and tools to attend to these incidences. In 2018, Mr. Speaker, I sponsored the Chief Fire Officer to a training on fire and rescue at Bedfordshire and Luton Fire and Rescue Services in United Kingdom, a trip that was consummated after a visit we made with 2 members of parliament from this county and my CC Finance, where we signed an MOU with these counties. After undergoing a special training on rescue services subsequently, the team of trainers by United Kingdom visited our county upon our request and trained the staff in this department. Our team handles an average of 5 rescue missions daily. My administration has also acquired 4 state-of-the-art fire engines since 2017, making a total of 6 fire engines in the county, which are distributed across the stations in Chuka, Chogoria, Marimanti, and Kadwana. We have also constructed a modern fire station and rescue command center at Chuka to ensure efficiency and timely response to emergency service cases. In 2017, the county had only 3 fire and rescue officers. But I speak today, Mr. Speaker, and I am happy to report that by the beginning of 2021, we had employed 23 trained fire officers, hence making the department efficient, reliable, even as we created employment to most of our youth, to some of our youth. Mr. Speaker and honorable members, in conclusion, I take this opportunity to remind our citizens to remain steadfast even during this electioneering period. I want to remind all of us that our county and our country will be there and will live beyond 2022 politics. We should challenge one another to elect leaders that have interests of the people at heart. Finally, once again, I thank the honorable members in this county assembly and also the staff of the county government of Tharaka Nithi, our partners in the national government, including our members of parliament, the senator, in unwavering support since 2017. We also thank the citizens of their support and dedication to the development agenda, which has seen us deliver tremendous progress. I will not forget to thank the National Administration of Tharaka Nithi County, led by the County Commissioner of Tharaka Nithi, Madam Bivare Opora, for their continuous and consistent support that they have given us to enable our services deliverable across all sectors in both national and county governments. Tharaka Nithi is one of the counties where the citizens never realize whether there are any there's any difference between national and the county government functions. Leaders, I echo you. Madam County Commissioner, we are proud of you. And now, Mr. Speaker, I want to confirm that the state of the county is sound and promising. All sons and daughters of Tharaka Nithi, flesh of the sun and flesh of the sky, let us make Tharaka Nithi the tree of life. God bless you all. God bless Tharaka Nithi. God bless Kenya. And let us use our eyes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. the opportunity.
Structural distribution of our facilities. The dispensaries have already achieved the World Health Organization recommendation of making sure that nobody in the Tharaka Nithi travels more than 5 kilometers without getting access to a health facility.
Katika uwekezaji wa kuongezea hospitali kwenye kaunti, vituo vya afya vimejengwa katika kila wodi, jambo ambalo Gavana Mutembei alitambua kama njia mwafaka ya kuleta huduma za afya karibu na wakazi walio na mapato ya chini. Wakazi wa Tharaka Nithi wameweza kufaidika kupitia huduma za afya na dawa za bure katika zahanati, mradi unaowezeshwa na serikali ya kaunti ya Tharaka Nithi.
Since I came at Kamanyaki Health Center on the year 2016, the community had a lot of challenges because the drugs was not sufficient. You just prescribe the drugs and send them to buy. But from 2018, with His Excellency the Governor, Mutembei, he intervened and made Kamanyaki and fully operating health centers, leave alone people of this county. Also, our neighboring county benefit with these free services.
Kupitia mradi wa kuboresha afya ya mama na mtoto, idadi ya kina mama wanaofariki wakijifungua pia imepungua kwa kiasi kikubwa. Akina mama wanaweza kujifungua bila malipo kwenye hospitali za kaunti, iwe katika njia ya upasuaji ama ile ya kawaida.
Grace Wajiro nimete saidi ya Murang'a kiria-ini nijoketie ngaro muno ni gukora itura ria Magutuni rikariota gwito kunyitana ugeni wega, acoka ngakora ndagitari endi andu na magutuga andu wega. Twacokia ngaro muno ni gukorwo onokorwo kwina corona utheru uri haha iguru muno wa guturigiriria mirimu eu, nikio ni turera gavana witu ni wega guturehere maternity ina thieta tukagitirwa tukagia twana wega